So just the other day, From Software dropped a big patch onto Elden Ring. A lot of things got changed, a lot of things got added, and of course, there were many balance changes and nerfs to weapons and skills and so on and so forth. I'm here today to talk about two specific changes because it relates to a build video I released just recently called the 3 sword style, utilizing 3 katanas, one of them being Moonveil and the other one utilizing the Ash of War that we all know and love, the Hoarfrost stomp. I'm going to be giving you an updated build just to patch the holes that was made by the patches, and of course talk about some of the nerfs that happened to Moonveil and if the Moonveil is still worth using right now. Even though the Moonveil did not get its own section in weapon balancing, it did get nerfed. The Transient Moonlight's projectile, the magical part of the weapon art, no longer does any posture damage or a very low amount. And also, it seems that you do not get rewarded damage-wise as much now for hitting the point-blank Transient Moonlight weapon art as you did before. What I mean by this is if you are up close with the Moonveil and you hit them with both the physical blade and the magical projectile beam, the damage of the overall 2 hits is greatly reduced and normalized. It does less damage than Unsheath, the normal weapon art, but still, you do have that range advantage, and in PvP, the posture damage is still there, meaning unless the opponent is guarding, if they're running around or drinking a potion and they get hit by the Moonveil Katana's Transient Moonlight weapon art, they're gonna get staggered. That part hasn't changed. So in summary, in PvE, the nerf to the posture damage of the ranged projectile magical beam is pretty significant, and the damage decrease of hitting up close is also there. But for PvP, not a lot of changes. I think there might have been a slight range nerf, but I'm not sure on that. I've been testing around. I don't have a final confirmation on that. But at least from just feeling it out and playing some PvP matches today, I noticed that I couldn't punish at certain ranges that I would have been able to before. But again, I'm not sure 100% on the vertical / weapon art. So yeah, if you feel that the range is a little bit shorter, let us know in the comments below. I'm not sure. I have a feeling it is. I have to test out more before I can give you a definitive answer. So yeah, that's pretty much all for the Moonveil Katana nerfs. Pretty justified. I think the posture damage was a bit ridiculous for PvE anyways. So yeah, it doesn't really impact the 3 sword style build, but what will impact the 3 sword style build is the nerf to Hoarfrost stomp. While I still am experimenting with a bunch of Ashes of War to update this build, I wanted to give you all something to hold you over if you were wondering what to use after the Hoarfrost nerf.
Oh, this will be fun.
I would recommend slotting your right hand second katana, whatever you kind of quick swap to use the Hoarfrost stomp with. Replace that with the Bloodhound step if you are looking to get in or get out, be more evasive. Or if you are like me and you're trying to cover that long range without using too much FP and use your staff too much, equip Thunderbolt to it. It does have a significant range advantage over the Moonveil Katana. It can interrupt people and of course forces them into the mid-range for the Moonveil Katana, and if they're coming to the mid-range, they're going to come to the short range. Now for the short range, I would recommend just fighting it out with your dual wield moveset and your Moonveil Katana, but if you wanted to equip a third katana, you could also use Lion's Claw. This skill is really underrated. It's kind of shortest range, it tracks really well, does knockdown, and it has hyper armor, meaning if somebody were to hit you during this attack, you will not get staggered. So if you need to trade blows to kill, this one will definitely do it for you. It also puts you in the air a little bit, so if there's a horizontal slash or things like that, you're gonna avoid it completely. I also want to clarify something real quick. If you are a class that didn't start off as a samurai and still want to run the 3 sword style, use the Nagakiba instead of the second lightning Yushi Katana because of the range advantage, and of course Nagakiba is not too hard to get. Another sword I could recommend off the top of my head if you do only have one copy of everything is the Serpent Bone Blade. Provides deadly poison, scales pretty nicely with Dex, and is something that is a different damage type, which is the point of the build. And of course, if you want optimal big PP damage with your normal attacks or your power stance attacks, ask a friend or play New Game Plus and get a second Moonveil Katana and get it to +9, +10, whatever you're looking for. At +10, the Moonveil Katana is B rating in both Dex and Int, so yeah, maximum damage. That's pretty much all I had. I wanted to give you guys a quick update. If you have any comments, questions, or recommendations for any fun Ashes of War that could work really well with this build, leave it in the comments below. I'm sure many people will appreciate it. I know I would. My name is Varsona. like, subscribe, all that good jazz. And if you already haven't, turn on that notification bell because I'll be dropping a couple more build videos pretty soon. Alright, have a good one.